Hey everyone, how's it going? Matthew Bailey here, and welcome to my top 5, that's right, it's only 5, worst films of 2017. So I did do my top 10 best films of 2017 out of the 19 that I saw. Now I'm going to do 5 that were on the list that I did not like at all, or that I thought did not do as good of a job as they should have, or ones that I just flat out hated, which there is only one, or the numbers 2 and 1 on this list I definitely hated. 5 I thought could have done better, and 4 and 3, it's the same thing. But anyways, let's get into my picks for the top 5 worst films of 2017. Number 5. So, for number 5 of the movies that I thought were not as good this year, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to go with Transformers: The Last Knight. Yeah, honestly, I was really hoping Michael Bay would do a much better job with this movie, like he did with the first Transformers film back in 2007, but ever since he released Revenge of the Fallen, it started to go downhill with that. Then Dark of the Moon came out. It was starting to come back up. Then Age of Extinction came out. It did badly again. I was hoping he could get back up with Last Night, but nope. This movie just didn't make sense to me at all. I know he brought Mark Wahlberg back, and that's not the only character it brought back. Like it brought back Lennox, and brought back the military that were teammates with the Autobots during the second and third movies, and it even brought back Wheelie, voiced by Tom Kenny, who rarely showed up in that movie. He only showed up in the junkyard scenes. And honestly, I thought he was dead in that movie. I thought he died at the end of Dark of the Moon. I know Brains didn't, because he barely died, but he probably died after the end of Age of Extinction, because you never actually see him again in that movie. You never saw him after Age of Extinctions. So the fact that they switched him with Wheelie was wow. And honestly, this whole thing about 1,000-year secret that was kept hidden, whatever, the Witwickens, and the main thing I did not like about this film, and this regards to my friend Matthew Davis, I feel him in this, and that was the appearance of Anthony Hopkins. Yeah. Why did Michael Bay do that? Michael Bay was doing not Michael Bay. Anthony Hopkins has done well in so many other movies, like Thor and Silence of the Lambs, which I didn't see, but I know my friend Matthew Davis loves that movie. And now they put him in a Transformers film that already got so much hate when they found out he was in the movie. Like why, Michael Bay? Why did you do that? However, at least we got to see a prequel to that whole series, in this case Bumblebee, which definitely performed on a supposedly good prequel to the series, at least to the first Transformers. That did okay. That was an okay prequel to that movie, but all these twists and turns that happened in the second and through 5 movies, I don't get that. But yeah, so number 5 from my worst of 2017 is going to have to be Transformers: The Last Knight. Number 4. So, for number 4, I hate to say this, but number 4, I'm going to have to say would be Power Rangers, the live-action adaptation of it, like an actual movie. And honestly, I love the show Power Rangers. It has been doing such a great job throughout all the 25 years that it's been doing it, and I've only been alive for 20 years. So 5 of the seasons were released before I even was alive. Especially number 1 is obviously Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I can't figure out which season it got up to before I was born. But But the fact that this movie mostly focused on the original series of Mighty Morphin, the characters at least, I didn't like what they did with one character in particular, and that was Billy Cranston. His whole side plot or his origin in this movie is nothing like how it was in the TV show, especially because number one, the movie talks about him having a nickname as to why they call him Cranston, and the other two, he's not even the same skin color as he is in the TV show. Like, that was just... Oh, and this whole thing about these kids being in a juvenile delinquents class after school and whatever, instead of actually meeting each other at the youth center like it was in the TV show, like, what the heck, directors and producers? Why would you switch it up like that? You changed it from a yoga youth center to a juvenile delinquents class or whatever. Like, that was not cool. So, however, I heard they might possibly redo that movie and make it a little bit better, or a lot better actually, than this movie was. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll find out soon enough. But for number 4, I'm going to have to go with Power Rangers. Number 3. So, for number 3, honestly, I didn't get this movie at all, and that's going to have to be The Boss Baby. Yeah, this movie just did not make any sense. I mean, the kid in the movie, Tim, was actually right when he told the supposed boss baby where his mom told him babies come from, and this whole side plot of where they actually came from was sort of ridiculous. I mean, why on earth would they have this thing called baby core or whatever, which is where babies who apparently don't belong to a family actually become business babies or whatever. Like, what the heck was that all about? And I heard that they're making a sequel to this movie, which I honestly don't think they should, but I mean, it's probably going to get a lot of hate or whatever, the sequel. I mean, even the TV show, or that's on Netflix, got a little bit of hate, whatever, because it sort of continues what happened at the end of the first movie, but I seriously don't get that. But for number 3, I'm going to have to go with The Boss Baby. Number 2. So for number 2, honestly, this movie didn't do as good of a job as its predecessors, and that is the Lego Ninjago movie. Yeah, so even though that was not the only Lego movie that got released in 2017, I thought that was the one that did the worst out of the two, and the other one was the Lego Batman movie, but this one did the worst. Because it really didn't have a good plot to it, and honestly, I don't get why they even made it. I mean, I think the Lego Batman movie did alright, but this one did not. Now, as to what my number 1 is, we're about to find out right now. And finally, for my number 1 worst movie of 2017, you knew this was going to make it somewhere on the list, and that is the Emoji Movie. Yeah, honestly, this was my friend Matt Davis's worst pick for that year, and it is also mine. I mean, I saw the movie and I was just like, I feel his pain. Like, why would you make a movie about freaking emojis on the phone and how they're used and something about a malfunction? Like, the plot to that movie just made no sense. And honestly, my pick for the worst movie of 2017 has to be the Emoji Movie. So, that is basically my list for the top 5 worst films of 2017. And like I said, my number 1 spot, you knew that was going to make it somewhere on the list. And honestly, I never even saw it in the theaters. I saw it on DVD, and then when I saw it, I'm just like, plop. I tried to trade it in for some money because of how bad it was, and that you will not find it anywhere over here on my shelf of movies. So anyways, that's basically all for now in this video. And like I said, keep an eye out for some other top videos like for 2016, 15, and 14. But as always, I will see all you dudes in the next video.